starting over isn't failure. It's actually a second chance. So, if you've been watching recently, you probably heard some of my videos where I basically lost a lot. Like a few jobs fell through, been looking for new work, even wanting to start back my music composing career for video games and anime. I used to do that a little bit, but I started to struggle a lot with networking and the business aspect. So actually getting more gigs after the ones that I finished were done. So I really want to get back into that, and I was in Bali, like I'm still there, I'm still here, and I could, barely afford anything, like ATM card got declined, like all this stuff, and I was questioning everything in my life. Like, I felt stupid, I literally questioned every one of my decisions, and just felt like a failure, basically. But the good thing about this is that rock bottom is nowhere to go but up. And it makes you realize what's important in life too. Just really small things, like having a roof over your head, a good bed, good food, good people. And look, like being able to do what you want for your life or your living is amazing. These are all like extras, like cherries on top. And that's why we have to create the life we really want. Which is why rock bottom is also kind of cool in a weird way. Like, it stressed me the hell out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I thought I was gonna just go homeless and go broke completely. And I've gotten lucky here and there. Made a little bit back, but not enough. So I'm still looking around for jobs. And hopefully I can find something. I'm networking on different groups, Facebook, WhatsApp groups, applying to jobs as well, networking with old connections from video games or anime, right, and seeing where that goes. So hopefully I can stay living outside of the U.S. because that was my dream all along too. That was another part of it, was being able to write music for video games and anime, and then also leaving the US. And maybe, I don't know, if I really have to, like if I'm forced to, I'll end up maybe back in the States for a while, but I definitely won't stay there. Like I'll end up coming back, probably to Southeast Asia more than likely. And it's just crazy, man. I mean, like, it brings a lot of perspective to you, a lot of resilience, a lot of hope, patience, creativity. Like you figure out certain ways that you can find places to stay, or like different ways that you can make money, different ways. I don't know. It's just, you get creative with your life when there's not much left in your bank account, and it makes you rethink things like what's really important. Is it the worst thing to have to go back to a 9-to-5 for a while? It's just tough, and being able to get to that point where you're not a victim, you're just taking responsibility and accountability to change things. It feels good in a way too. Like, everything was really hard. I'm pretty sure I got a few gray hairs from this situation, but it makes you like do things like miss the gym because you're saving money, so not really going to the gym, or maybe not eating as much as you should be. It's like I gain weight if I eat 3 or 4 meals a day, but when I'm struggling financially, sometimes it's like 1 or 2 meals a day, and I'm losing weight, which is not great. Not being able to go to the gym like before. One big part of this is realizing how important connections are, regardless of what kind of connection it is. Because community is all we have, really. You know, one thing that I noticed about the U.S., it happens everywhere, but I noticed, especially from going through this situation, is that too many people are comparing themselves and also keeping up with the Joneses. And if you know what that means, it's basically like, oh, this person they're a doctor, so I need to be a doctor, or I need to do the same or better than them. Or they have a Lamborghini, I need to get a Bugatti or Ferrari, or it's all bullshit, really, because none of that's important. It's literally being healthy, being able to eat and pay your bills, being able to hopefully do something that you love as well, even if it's just for a little part of the day, like a cool hobby or something, like music or something else. I don't know what you're into, but this wind's got my hair crazy. The people, your family, your friends, your relationships, make sure that you nurture those and water those, because all we have is each other, and that's like a very like tribal, like evolutionary psychology thing. Because when you're like the lock-in bro, lone wolf, isolate yourself thing, it's not healthy, and you realize that. And sometimes you need to sort of like trim the bonsai tree, which basically means like there's certain relationships that shouldn't stay around, whether it's like a friendship, a work relationship, or whatever, or at least put some boundaries down. But again, like finding healthy, sustainable relationships is what it's all about, and it helps us grow. It's like we water each other and level each other up. But I don't know if there's much else for me to say on this video, but these are some of the things that I've been thinking about, and this has taught me. And also I realized that was a big downfall to me, quitting and feeling like a failure with composing music for video games and anime for a while. It's like I was really struggling with the connection part. It's easy for me to like talk to people and make friends, but when it came to like fostering or nurturing something that turned into a video game gig, that was something that was tough for me. And I think another thing was, like, yes, it was great to speak with other composers and sound designers or audio people. I also didn't talk to enough game developers or anime studios, things like that. Like, I needed to know where to meet those. So if you watch this and you got this far, if you happen to know, I would love to hear your thoughts or your advice on that. Just drop a comment or leave me a message, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Alright, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.